Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video we'll be going through the final edition of my AFLW team reveal. I am gonna leave a couple spots blank at the moment, as I said in the live stream that you would have seen a couple hours ago if you were on for it, that I do have a couple of 50-50 decisions, so I'll walk through them. I won't give sort of a indication, I guess, to a certain extent. If you may have got an indication or a hint if you're on the live stream, etc. But yeah. But anyway, before we jump into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's jump into this huge video. So, as you can see, a little bit of change of a team name to Hurley Davidson, just to play on Sophia Hurley. Now, as well, leave without saving. Okay, leave without saving, that's fine. I can do it quickly anyway. But yeah, you can see the YouTube league here as well. We are up to, I think, 150 of you in it. But as well, if we just go to the code again, I will write it down. I'll put it in there: 6Z5NB0LE. And you will see the link as well in the description of this video. So let me jump back to the team here and jump out of that, and then that as well. So as you can see, obviously I'm not going to have 1.07 mil. That's because I took two players out to make the decision, or the team slightly more imbalanced, etc. But there is some 50-50 decisions we've got to go through. But Watson, D1, I think I've been on this ever since I got rid of Thomas, and I sort of started to see the value in the defender line. Watson, I still think, is 5 or 6 points of value if we go to DFS, and I hope it's still got my login details for it sorted there. So if we go to AFLW and then we go and jump down into player summaries, and then we go to the likes of Watson for a second here, and we go and jump on her here, you will see, if it lets me here, that there was a couple games here where she started off the season and had a couple of stinkers and then had a 96. I believe the 96 is when I benched her for some dumb reason, and then put her on field for 50. But yeah, you can see the 37, the 45, and then she really hits gear. And in the last couple rounds of the year, basically since round 5, she goes at, I want to say, what's that? 145, 152, 213. 283, 291, 351, 356, 357, 447, and then what's that, 507, and then plus 9 is 516 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 516 through 7, I believe I said, and that 516 divided by 7 is 73.7. I believe if you remove the first 2 games here as well, and then just keep it like this, I'm pretty sure you'd find that she's around that 73 anyway. So she's found a holding pattern of 73 through highs and lows once she really started to kick into gear after that first couple of games where she just did nothing. So that's a really good thing that she's at 73.7, and we know at 67.6 there's 6 points of upside there, and that's why she's there. I think she'll be top 5 in there. And then you got Conan, who's the obvious one that I've been touting about. And I mean, you don't really need to talk more about her. She is just going to absolutely run amok. She is outstanding and is going to be playing in midfield, we suspect. Then you have Georgia Stathis. This one I'm not too confident on, and I could easily, this could easily be a 50-50 decision, but I'm more just leaning to Georgia Stathis. It might be a decision of... It could easily be a decision of I want more cash to fix up issues, etc. And I move Georgia Stathis on to someone else. Depending on team lists, if we get a Gorham with the Georgia Stathis, then I probably will move her on to like a McLaughlin there. And then suddenly you'll see the side and it'll look a little bit different, but there'll be a lot of cash left over that'll generate another 90k. Or leave me with another 90k, which will really you'll see the team start to really take shape, yeah, so I'm very, very Georgie Stathis, I think I said it in the live stream, I'm not 100% on her, and she does have the ability to drop a stinker. I just don't know with her, because she's gone 74 or something, I swear, for a large part of the season, I swear. So let me just bring that up for you. Georgie Stathis, have I stuffed it up? I probably have. It's an O and not an I, so that settles it. So there we go. You can see here she's done 68 in season 8 and then dropped a 5 to start season 9, which if you just take the 5 out of her system, that would be 560 through 9 games, and 560 divided by 9 is 62.2. So there's not terribly much upside, but there is a little bit of upside there. So yeah, and you can see this a little bit in the latter half of the year, where she went 94 plus 53 plus 75 plus 100, and that's 322 divided by 4. That's an 80.5 for 4 games. If she does 80.5 for 4 games, that's dangerous. So that's why I'm willing to almost keep her and watch McLaughlin for a week, I'd say, and then move. But yeah, Georgia Stathis is one that I'm looking at and wondering, is she the fail pick, or is she the one that she's the star pick? I don't see almost a middle ground with her. That's a weird part. Paxman, I'm pretty confident with this one. She was one that I was on in the start of the season. She was one that was almost my pod in the start of the season, and I just think that so her ownership's going up now. She was 2% when I first looked at her, but now 12%. But 601k, she's never gone lower than this. She's never really done anything really terribly this low, so in the past. So I just think that she's going to bounce back, and it might be a 65 season. It might not even be a top 10 defender season, but if it's enough, if there's 15 points of value there, 20 points of value there, that's a huge bump. And then you have the D6, and the D6 actually almost comes down to a couple of North girls, and it's taking advantage of both Wright and also Carney being out for a little bit. And it is a decision between Birch and O'Shea. O'Shea has priced at 36. I'm pretty sure if I was to scale through the AFLW, AFL Women's, and then the AFLW, the practice games, and go through this. This is what I was searching for most of the last in the live stream. But if we look at this and we go to, where is it here, locks, etc., fancy cheat sheets, and then we go to North, is probably going to be what it's called. Yep, North. You can see Birch 100 and O'Shea 82. And yeah, they both did pretty well there. You'd probably, thing is, Birch scored higher, but you'd probably back in O'Shea to have that big jump based on scoring. So that's probably why I'd go, why I'm probably siding towards O'Shea, but we'll see about that. And then Wrench on the bench. Wrench's role is a little bit up and down now because Johnson's out, so that's why I've got Wrench on the bench. Ott is also in contention there as well if she does well, but she has the Adelaide matchup first, so I think we can give Ott a week and watch that without being burnt too heavily. Noffy, yeah, just permanent C, simply as. Rowbottom, I've chosen her over Gardner. Gardner probably solves a little bit of potential cash problems if I went to her, but I just like Rowbottom. I like the tacklers, as you can probably see. Tackle. These are probably 3 of the better tacklers in the comp. Georgie Prespark is probably not so, but the value's there. The value's just there. She's priced 20 unders. Like, if she goes at 95, then that's a huge win. And then Patrikios has finally got the role. It's a role change and an injury value. That's a lot of value there. And then Zippy Fish just is the best rookie of the lot, it looks like, this year for cash generation. Scholes, for me, with Scholes, it's more about, and there was a big discussion this week with the ruck line, and just sort of discussing, is the rookie strategy a go? And for me, the rookie strategy isn't a go. And I'll round this back to Schultz in a minute. But the reason rookie strategy isn't a go is because everyone needs Strom. Strom's going to be the number 1 ruck. I would be shocked if she isn't. obviously injury free, because she's just so far ahead in the scoring. She's 30 points better. Now, I expect that scoring to close, but we do have Moffat's got a sidekick in Reed, which is going to limit her top end scoring. So that probably limits her to about an 85. I do think Strom is going to struggle to replicate a 113, and I think that factors due to midfield alongside the new stoppage rules and stuff like that. So I think she drops to about an 80, not an 80, sorry, a 100. That's still a roughly about a 15 best, 15 as a best case scenario gap between Moffat and Strom. And I think Wales is roughly about Strom in terms of her level of scoring. So that's about 15 points, I think, rather than the 30 or so that it has been. So that does close the gap. Now, I just struggle to see if Strom's going 100. That's about 1.28, 1.27, I think, million that she'll be at. I just struggle to see how you're going to get a rookie the rookie ruck itself, because you're not going to need to get the ruck and move the ruck on. The ruck, plus also probably you're going to need to move on a Zippy Fish and a Centra, unless you're going like a Patrikios or someone like that to a rookie, etc. instead. But you're probably going to have to do that all in the same week, which is about round 4, round 5, which that's just you're gonna struggle to get that. I think all of the stars aligning almost in a way. And for that reason, I think you can basically chop out the rookie ruck. I think you can chop out Liz McGrath, because you saw that Lakay and also Wakefer were named for West Coast. So you can chop that out. So then the only real option becomes Strom or Schultz. I don't like, as I said, I don't like the top liner in Moffat, because she's got the sidekick. I also don't like the Wales pick. Something about it, I'd rather see, I don't like picking sort of, it sort of is counterintuitive to Schultz, but I think Schultz with the solo ruck, because she's had dual rucks as well, there's a little bit of value there, whereas I don't think Wales has got that as much value. So that's why I'm going Schultz. It's just an easier jump up to the Strom that I want in round 4 or round 5. It doesn't confirm it, but it almost does, because that gap, Strom's going to go probably 100, but I think Scholes is going to go roughly around that 80, 75, 80, which that's going to close the gap there to roughly from 40 odd points to probably what best case scenario, maybe 20. And that 20 points is like 250, 300k. That's an easy one up, and you can almost sideways trade a rookie and bank cash in that movement as well. So that's sort of what I'm looking at there and going, can I actually maneuver around here and really just confirm that I'm going to get Strom? Because I feel like if you go a rookie or you go even anywhere lower than Scholes, you're going to struggle to, without having a lot of cash in hand, get Strom. And if you don't get Strom at the right time, I feel like she's going to be very, very hard to get, because she does have some very, very good run, I think, in round 4, round 5. And then Dunlop is just the best rookie ruck, like, I think, over Murphy. And then you got Stannett. I don't think Stannett's role is perfect, but it's good enough for an F1. She'll be good enough for F5. Like, in the long run, she'll be an F5 at worst candidate. Montana Ham, this is sort of just, I think this is the year where she jumps into the midfield more. If we look at her numbers and we look at when she actually played on ball, she averaged, I think, 62 in her rookie year. 62 in her rookie year. If she does 62, she'll be near enough top of the line. But I think she can do better than that. And I think we're just waiting for that jump back into the midfield. Because, yeah, if she goes over, we've said this before, if she goes over 50% CBA, she's gone 69, 72, 39, 81, 67. What's that? 148, 187, 259, and then plus the 69, that is 319, is that? 329 or something. Divide that by 5, I believe, and that's the number you get. But yeah, it's roughly we'll do 329, divide that by the 5, and you get 65.8. It's near enough top of the forward line, or near enough the top sort of 10 or so. And that is her in her rookie year. I think she can do better than that. If it's 5 points better than that's a 70, and 70 is well enough. We've seen her in the VFLW. And then if we look in the practice games as well, if we look at Ham, she went 66, and yeah, she probably could have done better. I think she kicked some other goals in the other practice game and did even better. So yeah, and that's basically with no non-disposal points. So I think she can do even better than that. So yeah, I think she is a winner there. Who were they playing in that practice game? They were playing Brisbane. That's a decent side to score a 66 against, because they're fairly restrictive. She probably goes 70 against most other sides. Window, similar sort of theory, is that she has the role last year. She was just a rookie, needed better tog, but with another preseason under her belt, she'll do well. She's done really well at sample level. She was an MVP at 17 or something dumb like that. So I think she takes the next step there. Yes, I don't usually like to go natural development for like a Piper Window or someone like that, like any player in general. But I think in the forward line, you do get that sort of luxury of it because the closeness is there. Whereas if you can save a trade, if you can get a premium from one of these picks, like alongside Too Good and Stannard, if you can nail 3 off the bounce, you're doing really well. And if you can nail 4, you pretty much got your forward line sorted. Like, it's set for Toonen and the other forward, which those two can almost combine straight away to a top liner. But after 2 weeks cash in, they can combine, and then that'll be that done. So yeah, that's what my thought almost with the forward line is, just hope that you can get the right one. And if you don't, well, then it's an easy top up upgrade, I feel like. And then Too Good, that's an obvious pick. And then you've got Tonen here, one that I think you just got to pick the role over scoring, not scoring ability, but sort of the outlier scorers in the practice games. And I just think Tonen is ready to take that potentially that next step. And yeah, all she's got to do is average 50, 55, like in this forward line. So yeah, if she can do that, she'll 55, she'll put on 60K a week for the first 3 weeks, if not a little bit more. And that's 180K, 200K. And when she gets to 650K, we can easily top her up with the F6, and then that's suddenly the F6 might be 600K, 650K herself, and suddenly that's 1200K, 350K for a rookie. You're looking at a 900K defender. Sorry, not defender, but a forward. And at that time, maybe they actually decide the GWS Coast to put Zali Goldsworthy in the middle, and you can pick her up at cheap because she's priced at 73. She might go 50-50 and drop 100K in the first 2 weeks. Or you could go someone else, like a Wardlaw or someone like that, but maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm looking at Tonen early up to like a Goldsworthy, because Goldsworthy's going to turn it around. And so that's my thoughts there. And then the F6 is basically a decision between Butler and also the likes of Vesio. Vesio has been named off half back. Butler has been named as a key defender, but it looks like she'll be the second key defender. So that should help her out a little bit. I do think that Butler has a natural ability and isn't really going to be switched into the forward line like we've seen with Vesio. So that's why I'm potentially heading towards Butler, because her naturalized or more upscale quarters for her best is a 66. And even if she's like just a key defender, she's probably going to go 50, 52, which is good enough at her price point of like, 33, something like that. So that's enough upside there. So that pretty much is the side. And then Centra at the utility, she's just going to make cash so quickly, but I don't think she'll do enough. I think she'll average like 60 or so, which won't be damaging to the sort of on-field brigade in the midfield, but she'll be enough that it's huge cash generation. But that is the video there. If you guys did enjoy that, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, especially because I'm going live tomorrow, just about 50 minutes before the teams come out at 6:20. So I'll be live at about 5:30, 5:35. So turn the notification bell on for that. And then also remember to like and subscribe, as I said, and join the league so that we can have all of you in there and competing against me, I guess. But I will see you guys tomorrow for trade targets, as well as my fantasy team reveal, and then tipping for both males and females. So quite a lot of videos tomorrow, but got to get them done and out to you guys. So I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.